It's really safe. The vocals are detailed. They sit frontward and it's glued together with the 737 without taking away the dynamics and the actually oomph in the vocals. J. Cole is definitely one of the most authentic hip-hop MCs and storytellers of our time. But what is behind that signature sound? We've done our investigation. We actually found 2 different vocal chains from J. Cole, and they are a whopping $10,000+. What's up? Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to my home studio. I am your host, Archie Beats, and today we have another epic vocal chain for the culture today. We have one for the culture. J. Cole is definitely one of the most influential, authentic hip-hop MCs and storytellers of all time. J. Cole got some bars. He's definitely one of my tops of all time, especially for our culture, because we're around the same age. And so it's really great to see the timeline before us, like your Jay-Z's, your Biggies, and stuff like that before our time, you know, before we became adults. And then like artists like J. Cole that's our age, that's continuing to carry the torch of authentic hip-hop. If you actually like that, give me a thumbs up. Now, as we always do, keep in mind, artists have more than one vocal chain. They change it up from time to time throughout their careers. This is not their main vocal chain. This is just one of them. And normally I talk about my favorite ones, but we're going to start expanding and talking about vocal chains that are just for certain particular songs, because artists are beginning to change up vocal chains with songs, which is really great. Also, we're going to give you guys some more inexpensive options, slightly inexpensive. As a matter of fact, you all are listening to an inexpensive option now, with the exception of this $3,600 Neumann U87, but we're going to talk about that later in this video. And this is the ISO Pop from ISOVox. We are doing vocal tests now. We're testing it out, but we have a video coming very soon. Let me just say this. Extraordinary, 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 convenient, convenient, convenient. What vocal chain do you guys want to see next? Be sure to comment that below as well. And if you like videos like this, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you won't miss another video. So as we go through this, J. Cole is actually a gem of an artist, because he knows what sounds great on his vocals and he actually knows the gear. He calls it out by its product name and partial product numbers. So you can always appreciate that about artists. I'm telling you, when artists know their stuff, that's really cool. And also, I'm going to explain to you guys and give my take, my professional opinion on why I feel they chose that particular piece of gear for J. Cole. So we're talking about 2 vocal chains in particular in this video. So the first vocal chain is a vocal chain that J. Cole actually spoke that he really liked. He actually gave this in an article on Music Radar. He said, "I kind of freestyle every time. The Avalon is great, but sometimes I don't have that and just have the duet, so that will do. And for the microphone, the Neumann U87 is usually what we use. There's also a Sony mic, the Sony C800G, that's great." Now, that's the Neumann U87 is $3,600. We have this here, and the Avalon 737, which is around $4,000. Now, an inexpensive option to get that same sound is actually what you guys hear right now. But the Neumann U87, $3,600. So instead of this microphone, you have options. You can do the TLM 103, which is a transformerless version of a U87. I say that it doesn't have a transformer like the U87, but it is still a pretty great microphone. They have the same size diaphragm. The transient and the detailed is still there. This is 3 times less than the Neumann U87. And also you can do something like the Universal Audio Townlab Sphere, which is cool, the L22, which has mic emulation. Like I said, I have one on the way here. Like I said in the previous video, I have enough professional colleagues and everybody around the industry that's saying that this is it, and I've heard their recordings and it's a great microphone. And also the Axino from Analog Audio, which would be a great option as well. Now, as far as the Avalon, we can do Universal Audio. Universal Audio has great plugins. They actually have the 737. It feels like 737. I own the 737 and it sounds like the 737, the closest you can get. It's made like the 737, so a fraction of the price, like a 1/10 of the price. So, and Universal Audio have great plug-in sales, so it's around $200. I think that J. Cole used the U87 because it is that classic hip hop combination. Jay-Z has been known to use it along with a lot of other hip hop MCs, and it's really safe. It's really safe. The vocals are detailed. They sit frontward and it's glued together with the 737 without taking away the dynamics and the actually oomph in the vocals. This is the traditional one. It is the Sony C800G, and then it goes through the Neve. Sony C800G is a $10,000 microphone. The Neve 1073, I'm assuming it's the classic, but they do have modern day versions. It's around $2,000 to $3,000. And then the TubeTech CL1B, very traditional, professional setup that majority of everybody use. Is that Tube Tech CO1B, great glue for vocals without, you know, being so invasive on the dynamics. So, and that one's around $4,000. That's a lot of money there, but that's almost $20,000. That's why we said $10,000, because J. Cole knows his setup, but his engineer actually has another setup too that he actually mentioned. And then sometimes they do the Avalon or the 1176 LN. The 1176 LN is absolutely fantastic, and his engineer explained it as to stop his voice from sitting under the beat. So that 1176 does that. It does it with the drums. It does it with vocals. The 1176 really keep those vocals up front, and it accents with any type of Neumann, any type of tube microphone. It really helps it out and complement it and glue it without burying it, if that makes sense. And the inexpensive option is the same. The Sphere and the Axino. When we get other microphones in and we put them to the test, we will be able to recommend them. But as for now, those are the ones that I'm pretty sure. I really do appreciate you guys for watching this video. I hope this brought some insight and some enjoyment, entertainment for you gearheads out there. Hey, these vocal chains are really cool, and I really like doing the investigation and finding out what these artists are using and getting to the bottom of it and explaining to you guys why I think they chose this particular piece of gear. And yeah. If you have any questions or who other vocal chain should I do, comment below. I really do appreciate you guys. You guys are absolutely fantastic. Don't forget to be great and create. You are a light in this universe. Until next time, this is your Barchi Beats, and I'm signing off.